In this video, we're going to discuss the rule of law. Now, unless you've been living under a rock since the 2016 presidential election, you've probably heard a lot about the rule of law. You've heard that the rule of law is under attack, it's under assault. Even the President of the United States himself, Donald J. Trump, is attacking the rule of law. What you probably haven't heard is anyone actually define for you what the rule of law is. In part, this is because the rule of law is a difficult concept to define, but it's also a very important one, especially now. And so we're going to discuss it in the following video. In my mind, the rule of law principally is about two important things. First, in a rule of law society like ours, the people are not subject to the whims of those in power. They are subject to the rules, the laws, and the Constitution that the people and the representatives have passed and ratified. As John Adams, our second president, and one of our most important founding fathers said, "We are a nation of laws and not men." And this is quite different than how the vast majority of nations throughout human history have been organized. They were nations of men and not laws. A good historical example to illustrate the difference between these two types of societies is the Magna Carta, or Great Charter of Liberties in Latin. In 1215 AD, rebel barons challenged the authority of King John of England. And before they forced him to sign this document, their livelihoods were at the whim of his arbitrary and absolute rule. But afterward, after they forced King John to sign the Magna Carta, their rights were enshrined and protected by law. The second principle is that in a rule of law society like ours, nobody is above the law. Everybody, whether it's your neighbor next door, or the fancy lawyer in the downtown law firm, or the tech billionaire in Silicon Valley, must abide by the law and face the consequences for breaking it. And unfortunately, I think it's obvious that right now this principle is being attacked head on by many people in our country. And the person leading those attacks is the person that we've entrusted the most to protect this important principle. That person is the President of the United States. He believes he can interfere into the investigation into his campaign and even into his own criminality. He believes he can fire those investigating him, and this is because fundamentally he believes he is above the law. He does not believe in the rule of law. Those are two important principles underlying the rule of law. I hope this video helped clarify this important concept and help to emphasize why we need to defend it in today's world.